Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Today, let me show you how to resize an image on your iPhone. MACMOST is brought to you thanks to a great group of more than 750 supporters. Go to MACMOST.com/Patreon. There you could read more about the Patreon campaign, join us, and get exclusive content and course discounts. So in the past I've showed you how to resize an image on your iPhone using a shortcut. But if you don't want to go to the effort of creating your own shortcut and you want something more versatile, you may want to get a third-party app to do this. I'm going to show you two, but first I'm going to show you two reasons you may not need it. First, if you're sending an email, then when you attach an image, if you go to send it, you'll get these options. You can choose small, medium, large, or actual size when sending the photo. And each one of these is actually compressing the image. It's not the original size, which is several megs. So here I can send a small version of this for only 39K. And if you're sending images and text messages, if you go to Settings and then down to Messages, there's a setting all the way at the bottom for low quality image mode. And this is basically just compressing images when you send them. So each one will be compressed every time you send a message. Neither of these offer a lot of control over the size, but if your goal is to simply get smaller images to send to people and it's just in mail or messages, you can use these and skip any third-party apps or shortcuts. And keep in mind if you're sharing with third-party systems like Instagram or Snapchat or something, you don't want to compress the image before you send it. You want to send the full-size image to those services so they can compress them and provide them at various resolutions depending upon what the person on the other end is using. Now as the saying goes, there's an app for that. Here are two apps that you can get that allow you to crop and resize your images easily. So let's start with crop size. Prices always vary in the App Store, but I just bought this one for $3 and it's definitely the more elegant of the two solutions. So let's launch it here and you can choose a photo from any album in your photos library. I'm going to go and choose this one and I can actually choose multiple photos. I'm going to hit the check mark there at the top and now I have a variety of things I can do. I can use the crop tool here and crop the image. And I can use the resize tool and resize with some nice controls at the bottom. I can drag along the bottom here to set the size. I can input numbers here so I can set it to something really specific, like if I want it to be 600 pixels wide. I can even use some presets here and then I can tap here at the top and see information like what the resulting file size will be. As you see, I can also apply some effects if I wanted to. I can view the metadata and even change it. And I can export. When I export, I can choose a format like JPEG and then set the quality amount, which will reduce the size further. And then I can tap Share and it'll ask me how I want to share this. Now Save Image will save this copy as a completely new photo to the Photos library. But I could also use Save to Files to save it as a file in iCloud or locally. Or I could use one of these many options here at the top like just go to Mail and send it in an email message. So next let's look at the app Image Size. Now this app is free but it costs $4 to remove the ads. And the ads were pretty annoying so I paid for it. Now let's launch this one. And here it's a little bit of a different process. You start with a blank canvas and you can import a photo by tapping here. You can then search through your photos library or select an album. I'll select this photo here and I'll choose it. And now I could set the width and height for the new image. So I'm going to make sure I have this link set here in the middle so it'll change things proportionally. And I can tap here and then change the width and then tap Done. And now you see it'll change the height to match. I've got the ability here to add some effects. And under Settings I can set things like the output format and the quality of the JPEG. Then I could tap the Share button at the bottom. I could save it to one of these apps or I could save it to a file. And there are other apps in the App Store that will crop, resize, and compress a photo as well. So if neither of these look like they're for you, you can always search for another option. If there's an app that you like in particular, mention it in the comments below. I publish new tutorials every weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Then hit the little bell icon to get notifications for each new tutorial.